Did you know raw flour is actually considered a raw agricultural product? Yep, just like raw chicken, it needs to be handled and stored properly to keep you safe. If these food safety tips help protect you and your family, hit that subscribe button and I'm going to keep bringing them to you. So let's talk about why flour storage really matters so much. When flour grains are harvested, it can be contaminated with all sorts of nasties. E. coli, salmonella, even traces of animal feces. And guess what? The milling process doesn't kill these bacteria. In fact, nothing happens to flour between the field and your kitchen. So this isn't just theory. The FDA has documented multiple E. coli outbreaks that have been linked to raw flour. In 2019 alone, over 20,000 pounds of flour had to be recalled due to E. coli contamination. But bacteria isn't our only worry. Let me tell you about the only thing in the world that gives me the ick: flour mites. These are tiny creatures that love nothing more than making flour their home. They're almost invisible to the naked eye, but they leave a calling card, a sweet, minty kind of smell. And these nasty invaders, well, they're prolific breeders. Listen to this. A single female flour mite can lay up to 800 eggs in her lifetime. One in there, 800 mites. Do the math. If you notice a brownish tinge of dust on top of your flour, that's not some cute cocoa powder, that's mite poo. Flour mite poo all over your flour. Time to bin it. So how do we keep our flour safe? Well, first things first, that paper bag that you got it in has to go. As soon as you get home, transfer your flour into an airtight container with a secure lid. I prefer glass or heavy-duty plastic. This doesn't absorb odours or moisture like some materials do. Now, where should you keep your container of flour? You need to think like a food safety sleuth. Your flour needs a cold spot. We're talking below 75 degrees Fahrenheit. You have to keep it away from humidity, direct sunlight, and believe it or not, anything that smells really strong. Flour loves absorbing odours. Some people also like to pop a bay leaf in their flour container. It can naturally repel insects and it's not going to affect the taste of your flour at all. Now let's talk about how long your flour is actually going to last. Regular all-purpose flour is going to go right through to its printed date if stored properly. Self-rising flour, the same. It gives you about 4 to 6 months. But listen, whole wheat flour, it's a totally different ballgame. These natural oils means it only lasts for about 3 months before going absolutely rancid. If you want to extend the shelf life, you can freeze flour. I have a full guide on freezing flour if you want to check it out at the end. Now, how do you know if your flour's gone sour? Trust your nose. If it stinks, if it smells musty, sour, or oddly sweet, it needs to go. Watch out for any discoloration, clumps, wet spots, or signs of flour mites. And remember that brownish tinge we were talking about? That's definitely a red flag. And one final crucial point, never ever taste raw flour or raw dough to check if it's good. I know that cookie dough looks tempting, but raw flour can make you seriously ill, even if it looks and smells perfect. So the bottom line is flour isn't as innocent at all as it looks. You have to store it right, handle it careful, and always cook it thoroughly. Your stomach is going to thank you later. That's all you need to know about flour. If you have any food safety related questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm going to get to every one of them myself. And as always, please go and wash your hands.